Right, let's get straight into this. Welcome to this explainer on the absolute ultimate blueprint of cause and effect in the universe. Today, we're unpacking a framework that is honestly light years ahead of its time. We're diving deep into Chapter 8 of the Abhidhamma, exploring a highly developed philosophical dialogue that breaks down the exact mechanics of how our reality actually operates. So, let's start by totally challenging how you perceive reality right this second. As a student navigating uni life, making countless decisions, and dragging yourself to a 9 a.m. seminar, you might actually wonder, is absolutely everything in the universe connected? And on a micro level, how exactly does a single thought in your head turn into the physical action of picking up a pen? Well, the answers lie in a seriously profound teaching. And that brings us to Paṭṭhāna, or the method of conditional relations. Now, don't think of this as some dusty, ancient manuscript. It's actually more like an advanced systems engineering module for existence. It demonstrates the incredibly precise interrelationship of all mental and material phenomena, both animate and inanimate. Basically, it maps out how things arise dependent on other things and exactly how they support each other's existence. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to hit 6 key areas: the web of reality, roots, objects, and leaders, time, space, and support, karma, mind and life, association and dissociation, and finally, presence and absence. Let's jump in. Okay, part 1, the web of reality and its 3 core mechanics. What's fascinating here is how every single relationship in the universe can be broken down into inputs, outputs, and the things that remain entirely unaffected. You've got the Paccaya Dhamma, that's the trigger, the state that assists in the arising of something new. Then there's the Paccayopana Dhamma, the direct result. And crucially, there's always the Paccānika Dhamma, the leftovers. These are entirely excluded from that specific interaction. You really have to understand this trio to decode any of the 24 conditions we're about to look at. Moving on to Section 2, Roots, Objects, and Leaders. These are conditions 1 through 3. So what actually sparks reality into motion? The very first is Hetu Pachayo, the root condition. The text uses a brilliant analogy here. Think of the deep roots of a thriving tree. Just like that tree, our consciousness is supported by fundamental roots. The immoral roots are greed, hatred, and delusion, and the moral opposites are non-greed, non-hatred, and wisdom. Literally every bodily action you perform is derived from these roots. And this brings us to Adipati Pakkhajoyo, the predominance condition. Imagine you're walking across campus. You see dried yellow leaves everywhere, and you totally ignore them, right? But as the source text points out, if you spot a crisp 20-pound note among those leaves, your attention is instantly hijacked. You stop dead in your tracks and you grab it. This is a special object exercising dominating power over your consciousness, completely dictating your next action. It acts as a leading condition. Right, Section 3, Time, Space, and Support. That covers conditions 4 through 12. These conditions govern the strict timeline of reality. Proximity and contiguity dictate that there is absolutely zero interval between your states of consciousness. One thought ends, providing the exact room needed for the next to emerge. Then we have prenascence and postnascence. The text compares this to rain falling on already existing vegetation, making it flourish. And for those of you currently studying, the text highlights the repetition condition. Just like cramming for your A-levels or uni exams by repeating facts over and over, each successive mental act actually enhances the next, making it way more powerful. To really grasp how mind and matter coexist, the text offers this perfect analogy for Anya-manya pachoyo, the mutuality condition. Imagine 3 bundles of firewood sticks. When you stand them up and lean their top ends together, they support each other perfectly. If you remove even one, they all fall. Mind and matter lean on each other to exist in this exact same way of mutual support. It's very similar to the support condition, where a painting relies entirely on its canvas to exist. Next up, Section 4, Karma, Mind, and Life. Conditions 13 through 18. The absolute crucial point here is that karma isn't just some cosmic magic. It's a highly systematic, 4-step, delayed reaction. The text breaks it down like this. It begins entirely with volition, or chaitana, that's your intention to act. Then it enters an undeveloped karma stage. Eventually, it matures into a nimitta stage, which is a sign of destiny at death. Finally, we reach the result condition, or vipaka, the calm, effortless outcome that gives birth to new results. It's an incredibly mechanical process, completely driven by your initial mental force. But to keep all this momentum going, we need the nutriment condition. A seed can produce a plant, sure, but it absolutely needs water and sunshine to grow. Similarly, while your physical body might rely on a supermarket meal deal to keep functioning, your mind requires constant nourishment too. The mental foods outlined here are contact, mental volition, and consciousness itself. They literally feed your ongoing reality. And to steer this whole complex system, we have specific mental drivers. The faculty condition represents 20 controlling characteristics that guide other phenomena. The jhana condition involves mental factors that firmly grasp an object. We're talking things like zest or one-pointedness, thwarting any hindrances. And the path condition features 9 specific mental factors acting as an escort. Think of these conditions as the steering wheel of the mind, actively guiding us either toward woeful destinations or toward ultimate deliverance. Section 5 now, association and dissociation, conditions 19 and 20. This brilliantly illustrates a massive paradox of our existence. On one hand, we have association, mental phenomena sharing a single common base, arising and ceasing together and dwelling on the exact same object. But on the other hand, we have dissociation. Mind and matter, your thoughts and your physical body, support each other at the moment of arising and during existence, but without ever truly blending or getting mixed up. They are intimately connected, yet definitively separate. It's pretty mind-blowing. Almost there. Section 6, presence and absences, rounding out conditions 21 through 24. These final conditions center on presence and absence. The source compares the presence condition to the earth. Its sheer existence provides the necessary support for the arising and growth of all plants and creations by man. Just by being there, things support other things. But equally powerful is the absence condition. The text uses this really beautiful analogy. When the sun sets, that darkness creates the exact environment required for nightfall. In your mind, the absolute disappearance and absence of your previous thought is the only thing creating the opportunity for your current thought to exist. And that brings our total to exactly 24 brilliantly interconnected conditions, from the deep roots of our intentions to the strict timeline of our thoughts, right down to the mutual support of mind and matter. This is the complete method of conditional relations, mapping out the entire architecture of how we think, act, and exist. I'm going to leave you with this final thought to ponder after exploring this incredible framework. If every single thought, action, and physical reality you experience only exists because an incredibly strict set of prior conditions made room for it, who is really driving your mind? In a universe entirely governed by such precise mechanical cause and effect, where does your true control actually begin?